guys, well welcome back to day 2 on Lake Champlain. I just made it to the starting spot. We're going to try to hit the same area that I hit yesterday. These pilings that are over my shoulder here, they run all the way across the lake. I think that today I'm going to try to work a little bit of the same area that was productive yesterday, and then I'm going to flip over and try to see what we can find on the north side. We are expecting some pretty strong winds today. Probably 10 or 11 o'clock it's going to kick up to probably about 13 or 14 mile an hour sustained winds with 17 mile an hour gusts. We're going to try to do a little bit of business early, and then I'm going to probably try to find a protected area, whether it be a marina or reload the truck and head over to the river. But that's the game plan. Ended day 1 in first place. We have a 3-inch lead, which is not much out here on Lake Champlain. It's you know, there's big ones in here, and you know, it'd be pretty easy for somebody to put up a 95+ inch bag. You know, I don't really have high expectations. I'm just going to come out here and try to do my job and you know, put a limit together, and hopefully we can do that and string along a couple upgrades. I know I talked with a few of the guys yesterday, and fishing out here was pretty tough. So hopefully we're just hopefully we just got lucky and I'm in a good area. It's about 38 degrees out right now, and water temps are in the low 60s. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. I don't know what that's going to do to these fish. It is cold outside, so stick with me and I'll catch you out there. All right guys, here we go. I'm gonna try to throw a popper to start. Something keeps on nibbling on this thing, and I can see some little dots come up on the live scope. So they're tucked right against this stuff. So I wonder, I mean, they're looking at it and they're interested in it, but I wonder if they don't want to eat that. It's interesting. Oh. I wonder if that was a bass or a pike. What's that saying? They say the hardest bites to get are your first bite and your last, and I just had one. I set the hook and I lost a claw, or I lost a claw on the trailer. That's the second time that's happened today. Second fish that I've missed. That's bit that's taking the trailer off of my jig. So I don't know what that means. Maybe, I don't know. They just seem like they're biting funny so far. I'm not sure what exactly is going on, but the bite today seems very, very different. It's about 8 o'clock and I don't have anything in the boat to speak of yet, so we're about an hour and a half into this tournament. I'm going to continue down this stretch a little longer, and then I'm going to start hitting these marinas because I don't like the way that this looks right here. Should probably actually do that sooner than later. Alright guys, well I think we're going to know pretty quick whether or not it's going to happen here. This is a spot where I think I caught 3 or 4 fish in like probably a 30 or 40 yard stretch when I was practicing. This spot actually sets up kind of nice because just like in practice, the wind is blowing into us. There's a rocky point that juts out to break up the wind for this marina, and to me it looks like the fish are probably set up right here. So I'm going to try to do the same thing I did in practice and throw a little Neko rig through here and see if maybe we can pick a couple off. One of the day. Very thankful. Not big. 14 and a half. Updated thing. Idiot, I should have done that first thing this morning. Alright guys, midday update. This is not going the way that I had hoped. The marina deal didn't work out. The wind has laid down a little bit from what it was this morning, but it's still too much for me to feel comfortable going back and fishing those piers and To be honest with you, that's where I was yesterday, and I feel like maybe we burned it up. So I thought that I had a bunch left in the tank over there, but it seems like that's not working. So I'm going to do something that I don't like to do, and I try never to do, but going back to the truck, and we're going to a new area. We're going to go to the river. We're going to go to the Shazy River. It's an area that I did not practice in. Ooh. We're going to head back to the truck, and we're going to take another shot at this over on the river. So I'll see you over there. Come on, I need you. Oh my God, so freaking lucky. Just dragging a football, or dragging this jig on the bottom here. These fish have been so hard to come by today. Look at that, what a beaut. It's a 16 and a half. I am thankful for you, Mr. Smallmouth. What a beautiful fish. Hopefully he measures. I don't think he will though. That's how today is going. Oh, that probably would have measured. Son of a gun. Oh, I just caught one on a chatterbait. Maybe I should have been fishing something moving all day instead of jigs and stuff like that. Still got a little time left to catch a limit. Get in the net. That's our 5th keeper, and that's a good one. Oh my god, that feels good. We've been punching all afternoon and I've been waiting to try to catch a fish like this. I should have been throwing the chatterbait all day. Look at that, we've been waiting for that all day. What a beautiful fish. How about that? Thank you, buddy. I've been avoiding the wind all day long and I should have sat in it, throwing moving baits. Got about 50 minutes left in this tournament. I haven't looked at the leaderboard recently, but the last that I checked, the guy who's in first place absolutely smashed him today. So I think at this point it's safe to say that we're not gonna beat him, but I'm hoping that maybe we can place. So I'm gonna keep on fishing hard for the last 50 minutes and see if maybe we can find a couple upgrades. I know it was tough for some people in this tournament. So I'm just gonna put my best foot forward and we'll see what happens. Alright guys, I'm making a little bit of a bait change. We got a little bit of time left here. I'm trying to, I feel like I'm seeing some fish on live scope that aren't committing, and I think I'm in an area where there's probably some smallmouth. So I'm going to try to change to a mini max, a little smaller profile, see if maybe we can get a bite. That other chatterbait that I was using was a Z-Man Evo chatterbait, one of the new ones that they came out with I think a couple years ago. It's a bigger profile, I had a spunk shad on the back, so maybe like a so this just shortens it up a little bit, makes it a little smaller, hopefully maybe a little bit easier for a smallmouth to eat. It's hard to tell with it being so windy out here if I'm seeing fish on the live scope. I'm only at about 7 feet, but I feel like there's stuff that I'm seeing. I just can't, it's not committing or chasing, so. Oh, this is a fish we need. Oh, with 14 minutes left. Oh, that fish just saved our tournament. smiling, but he's not huge. But man, we've been struggling all day, and these smallmouth that we've caught in the last couple hours have been amazing. That made the entire day. Little bait change to this mini max chatterbait, and that was a big, that was important fish for us. Keep going here and see if maybe we got a little bit of magic left. All right, guys, well, that'll do it for our second day on Champlain. I feel pretty good about how today went after how it started. I mean, it was a challenge this morning. I feel like I kind of got spun out a little bit, switched spots, and I feel like we ended in a pretty good place. I ended up catching a limit, and I'm happy with how it turned out. Obviously, I would have liked to win. I don't know what my final total is. I'm going to get everything submitted, and we'll talk about it when I get back to the truck. But overall, tough day, but I'm happy with how it turned out. This trolling motor does fantastic in the wind like this. I mean, I'm holding my position. I can hit spot lock, I can hit heading lock, and it'll take me wherever I want to go. I just take a little bit of water over the bow, but it drains right out of the boat, so no big deal. Yeah, I'm happy with today. You know, it started off really rough, and I feel like we ended in a pretty good place. So I'll talk to you when we get back to the truck. All right, guys, that'll do it for the Club Classic on Lake Champlain. That was today was a bit of a challenge. You know, I started off in that one spot, flipping those pilings and, you know, where that marina is, and I really was hoping that that would pan out, and it did not. You know, from a mental standpoint, I started to spin out. I decided to go with Plan B, which took me to the Great Shazy River. I was able to flip two small largemouth pretty much right away, which gave me a little bit of confidence to keep going in this area, but it was still slow going, and it was a grind. Eventually I was able to put a limit in the boat, albeit a small limit. Overall, you know, good day. You know, I salvaged it. There's another guy that's fishing in this tournament who absolutely slaughtered him today, Brian Nunziato. He finished with over 96. I'll post the results at the end of this, but he had a banner day out there. Just incredible. So congratulations to him. He ended up taking first place, and we finished in second. You know, the real goal this year was to finish in the top 10 for AOY so that we can go and fish at the State Invitationals on Lake George. I ended up doing that, and I think I ended up finishing in third for AOY. I was probably less than 10 points from first place. It was a real battle between myself and Brian Nunziato and Ben Bornhorst to end the year. You know, my hat's off to those guys. They fished, they had a great year this year. You know, I had a lot of fun today. I'm glad that you came with me, and you know, we're gonna turn the page and start looking forward to State Invitationals. That's probably one of my favorite tournaments that I've ever fished in, just because, you know, they bring the best anglers from all over New York State to compete, and there's a little bit of a team aspect with the different divisions that are in the state. So I'll be competing with the Adirondack KBF guys. We're going to send our top 10 in AOY to the State Invitationals, and it's going to be a lot of fun. That's all I got for you. I appreciate you guys coming with me, and I'll catch you on the next one.